Good evening. Welcome to Lesbian Goat Podcast. My name is D, and I have two special guests with me that are my commentators, Pam and Yvette. They're going to introduce themselves one at a time.
I'm Pam. I'm the oldest out the bunch, so they can do whatever they want. They're youngsters.
I'm Yvette, and we are here to teach you about women just loving women. That's all we do. I mean, and let's get this conversation going, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make it exciting for the people.
That's it.
Let's try to teach them
Mm-hmm.
and let them embrace us.
I'm fine with
So let's talk about it. We all lesbians. We all in the community. We know what it is. We know how it go down. We all experience. We don't been through some things. So right now, we're willing to share some of the things that we've learned in reference to what's going on in our community, how we see things, just our personal opinions. You don't have to agree, but at the same time, we just willing to share what we know and our knowledge.
Right. And also know that, there's a thing that's out there to say it's okay to agree and disagree. As long as that we come to a middle part where everybody have an understanding.
We're not trying to tell nobody what to do in their life because everything that we're talking about pertains to just us. My personal experience, her personal experience, and her personal experience. We're not the greatest lesbians in the world. We just who we are. And we willing to share that stuff with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So
We trying to talk about what's going on as far as our backgrounds, how we come out, how we came out, as far as, being in the life and our love and our experiences. As for myself, I've been in life, I'm at over 50 at this time, and I don't been with, a couple of women in my life, and I've, like I said, been through some things, but I've learned a lot, and I ain't ashamed to admit, like I said, I ain't perfect. We go through some things, but at the end of the day, I really feel like I said I'm a good individual, and I ain't changing for nobody. I'm gonna do what I do, and that's just me. Like I said, these two, they happily met, and I ain't mad at it. You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm so thorough right now, baby, but I'm doing my thing, like I said, and I found it at this time in my life. I'm trying to chill, and learn from my experiences and move forward. And that's where I'm at right now. But like I said, I don't know, how you feeling about what's going on in the community right now.
Well, I'm a lot on LGBT relationship, marriage, and stuff like that. I see a lot of things that be going on, and reading a lot of things with that's going on with the people out there. As far as with, a lot of cheating going on, and a lot of fighting going on.
but that thing is just not stuck on lesbian. It's on people. Men and
That's
women
in
go through
general.
the same thing.
Yeah, you right.
Yeah,
Same
we
thing.
know there's
Across
people
the board.
that go through the same thing, but I'm just saying what I be seeing on our pages and stuff, because that it's like a lot of it's going on, a lot of divorces going on, a lot of fighting going on. Like today, we just seen something in the news that the young lady left her woman for a man. She followed him and she killed the dude. And she
Wow.
killed the dude. She ain't even killed a woman. She didn't even kill a woman. She killed the dude, so you're gonna go to jail for the rest of your life.
You still not gonna have a woman.
And you're still not gonna have the woman.
What's that meant to
I
do?
mean, you should be able to move on peacefully
I know it's
Yeah.
hard.
because there's other people out here for you.
Sometimes it's hard. People can't move on. But I'm not trying to justify nobody killing nobody, nobody fighting or beating on nobody, because I don't believe in that. If me and
Well,
you
nah,
can't
me
be
neither.
together without that fighting, I don't want to be with you. I've been
Absolutely.
with my wife over 25 years.
Mm.
We don't fight. We may disagree. We may argue. We done been through some stuff.
Not been
But
with
that's
wife
my girl.
21
That's my
years.
baby. I don't care.
That's right. That's right.
And-
It's like Queens.
We got to go through what we got to go through to get to where we at.
Exactly.
So
And I ain't mad at nobody because the realization is, like I said, even though at this time of my life, I'm about to get my first divorce. I'm not mad at nobody because I experienced it and it wasn't,
It's a lesson.
all terror. It's definitely a lesson. It's things we learn from these things. And I'm not, like I said, going to carry that weight with me. This is not my first rodeo. I was with a woman for 20, damn near 26 years, before the last one I did 10. And like I said, I ain't mad at nobody. I'm very thankful and grateful for all the lessons I've learned, and I'm gonna continue to live my life. But I am concerned what's going on in our community right now. I put up something the other day about a sister that got killed, from her woman. And it's devastating what's going on out here at this time. Like I said, I don't understand. It ain't nothing wrong with you separating from someone. You don't have to, just mess with their character. You don't have to get like vicious and kill people. Like, what's going on where you feel
So
the
much
need
anger. I think
that
it's just
you
anger.
can't let somebody go that you feel like you got to kill them? Like, that is unacceptable to me. I just don't get it. The sister is in jail right now. Like I said, for the
It's
one,
sad.
it's very sad. But this is what's going on in our communities right now. Like I said, I don't know why, so many, of our, not even the young ones, because, people want to put it on the youth. It ain't just the youth, it's the older heads, acting stupid. And I just don't get it. I don't get it. When you old enough and you should be wise enough to understand that you should be helping your community, not making the situation worse. Yeah, like some of y'all acting like y'all don't got no sense. Like y'all don't understand, like the things y'all out here doing to other people and disrupting their lives. Like, get yourself together.
Can I say something? People have to learn you can have unconditional love, but unconditional love is also to be able to let somebody go.
Exactly. And if you let them go, it is what it is. Be accepting of it and love them from a distance. Don't hold no hate. Don't hold no animosity. You need to move forward.
Then also you never know what will happen to y'all in the future. Some people break up
and get
back together.
If it's meant to be, it's gonna be.
It's
it
a possibility.
It's always a possibility,
Yeah,
as long as you stay open to it.
And that's just life.
Just shut your mind to it. That's just what it's gonna be. I'm never dealing with you again. You never know, because God may bring it right back to you.
Yeah,
you never know.
Right, you're right. That's just how life goes. But in reference to what we're talking about, like I said, it's different walks of life, even in our own, situation of us being lesbians. It doesn't matter. Like I said, we come in different shapes, different colors, different religional backgrounds, different financial situations. Some of us were raised differently. It's so many patterns that go into, us being lesbians. But like I said, people just want to put it off on, oh, we women that love women.
And they want to put it off like we want every woman. That's not true. That's not true. Like when we say we just women that love women, we just saying like who we with, we love at that time, and different stuff. Our relationships is no different from nobody else's relationship.
Exactly.
Like Pam said, like what you said a little earlier when we were speaking in here.
Which one? What thing? I said a lot of things. What are you talking about? I said a lot of things. What are you talking about?
Tell us what you said earlier.
I don't know. What are we talking
when you were saying about the relationships and different stuff like that, like we just want to be with who we with and different stuff like that. You was talking
Just
about.
want to love my wife. We in our relationships. We're not looking. I don't know how other people are. Some of these women are out here. They out here messing around with multiple women. That's a dangerous game. Just like if you're with a man, it's the same dangerous game.
Right.
It's dangerous, but you with the one person. You want to be with that one person. Be with that one person.
And it ain't nothing. I'm learning now.
It's not as bad as it used to be back in the day when you couldn't even show affection or couldn't be with your person. You know what I'm saying? People was stereotyping you.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm learning now it ain't nothing wrong with not having a woman on your arm. You can have friends and associates, and that's fine because I got that. But at the end of the day, I realized that I don't have to have nobody in my bed every night. I was like that. For many years, I always felt like because I had women around me constantly. But I've learned now at this stage in this age in my life, it's okay for me to spend this time for myself, taking care of myself, getting myself together, doing what I need to do.
Because then you can be right for the person that's coming for you.
And not bleed on the next individual that I do, hopefully eventually decide to allow into my life. Right. I'm learning at this time. And like I said, it's different, man. What's going on out here right now, like I said, I'm praying for our youth. I'm really hopeful for even the older ones to get their life in order because, y'all making us all look bad.
Like,
I don't like it.
Your healing's going to be great. Don't it's going to be great.
In due time. Everything happens in God's time, not your time.
God going to send the right one for you.
In due time.
Different stuff. But also, because we marry, don't mean that we have to be, like, always constantly underneath our wife. We need our spaces, too. It's not like we don't need our spaces. Our wife need their spaces. We need our spaces. Like, my wife like want to get her toes and her nails and different stuff like that done, her hair and stuff like that. That's time for herself and different stuff like that. Like, I like doing my little thing. I ain't gonna say what I like doing, but like, I do my little
too much.
I ain't out there doing nothing bad. You understand what I'm saying? I might be out there trying to still play some little ball.
Yeah, you heard what she said, right? Trying to play some little ball.
Trying to play a little ball. Cause back in the days, baby, we was getting it. wanted to mention like what's going on in the community as far as older lesbians, like how people perceiving us. Like once we get a certain name, like, when you got all this knowledge and receive all this information,
To help
because you're
somebody
in the
else.
bad and you don't pass it on to just somebody that's very they don't have their mind right when they ain't looking at full potential because they thinking wash that they done with you. They don't took what they needed from you and they feel they can go on. Nah, that's smart. You gonna recognize that shit it's just gonna like charge your ass up. It should. It make them realize, like I said, you ain't washed, baby. Once you get a certain age, the older that you
I don't know. I'm thinking this. That's just who I am. I'm proud of nobody or nothing else. All I can be is me. And if people don't accept me, I'm sorry.
Mm.
I'm
That's it.
I think I'm a wonderful person.
I think I'm mean.
Mm.
I mean, if you force me the way you're not supposed to force me, I gotta do it.
Exactly. Exactly. We ain't perfect.
Yeah, actually,
But somebody go sideways, you do what you
but
do.
it ain't always about violence.
It's not.
It's about loving people, about
Yeah.
being kind to people. We can't love everybody. Some people are just hard to love. Not out here going to try to love all these different women, but just be kind to people. To people.
How you treat
doing?
others.
To have
Exactly.
morals.
It means a lot. A lot of
People
people don't got
got people lost morals, respect.
A lot of people wasn't raised properly. They haven't been raised properly. Everybody hasn't been raised the same, and I recognize that.
Our
That's why
generation is different.
it is.
But it's not just that neither. You have a lot of them that feel like they made it.
I ain't jealous of nobody. If you want to act like a man, you want to do whatever makes you happy. You don't got nothing to do with you.
It's like
That's what all the people they worry about society. Fuck society. Because if we worried about society, we wouldn't be who we are right now. Because I remember back in the day when people daddy.
Yes.
He's a bull daddy. And the nicest person, a bull daddy.
we had a bulldog that ran up on us.
The names and the stereotypes back in the day, it was a hush. Don't tell nobody you gay. Military wouldn't let you tell nobody you was gay. Your family didn't want nobody knowing you was gay.
And that's another thing. Right now, it's funny. Like, studs are so popular. Like I said, you ain't even gotta really look for women. They seek your ass out there. Because everybody want to be down with a stud or experience a stud. I don't understand that. Like I said,
Curiosity. Just like back in the day, it was the same thing back in the day. Women were curious about gay women. They wanted to know a gay woman. They wanted to know them.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know. I don't know. It's some curiosity. People want to know.
Crazy right now, yo. Like I said,
too much going on out there.
Women curiosity kill a cat, baby.
Yeah, you right. You right.
Okay.
All right, so
ain't safe.
I want to ask you guys. For me, like I said, what you feel as far as if you could tell your younger self something, what would you tell them?
Me? I would tell myself from the beginning, fuck America. I for a long time, I didn't understand why I felt myself attracted to women, to girls. I was a young girl attracted to girls, and I didn't know why. Until I became old, I was scared to tell my parents. Once I got clear with my parents and let them know, and they told me, my child, you still gonna be who you are, and I'm gonna love you anyway. Fuck America. I didn't care who knew I was gay then, because I am who I am. And it's my parents, they brought me into this world, and my parents told me, I love you, you still my child. That's all I needed. I didn't care who didn't know or who did. That was it.
Because I know this family. I wasn't a Jehovah's Witness. I'm not saying I was Jehovah's Witness, but we study and
my
we
mother
was a Jehovah's
made sure
Witness.
every week that
And
came up their Bible
the
study.
thing is, like, I'm afraid to tell my sister, but my sister may found out. She said that she sat me down and she talked to me and she said, "Hey, listen, it don't matter. You're still my sister. I'm gonna love you."
Mm-hmm.
Then the rest, she told the rest of them, and they let me know too. Like, hey, we love you. It don't matter. Even my sister Doris, that was heavily into the
Yes,
congregation,
yes, Joe Whitney.
she let me know,
Faithful, yo.
I love you, and you're the one that have to face God, not me.
Exactly. That's what it is.
I'm lucky that I grew up in a family that I did. Like I said, she came before me. So I'm gonna be honest. Like I said, I can think back now and recognize, growing up as a young girl, I remember seeing a young lady in well, she was a grown woman. I was a kid, and I thought she was the most beautiful woman. She was in a laundry, man. I knew at such a young age. But I was fearful, I tried to do the right thing. I wanted to appease my mother and make her happy. But at the end of the day, when it came out and, I told her and, I was scared. I was a teenager. My mother, like Yvette said, she told me she loved me. She accepted me.
And that's
She
the most
told all the
important
other
thing. When your
family,
family loves you and
I was
accepts
happy,
you,
and I
it
was
makes you more
thankful.
confidence and love yourself more. And then you feel free. It's like a weight is lifted off you
I
once you
didn't
get your
understand,
family
yes.
say,
No matter what
Yes.
nobody else in
right,
the
it
world
doesn't
say.
matter.
My
It
mother
don't.
loved us, and like I said, my family loves us, and I'm grateful for that. I've never had to worry about feeling, funny or difficult because my family has always been very supportive, and I'm grateful for that. But if I could tell myself younger, something different, I wish, like I said, I would have understood the opportunities that I allowed to slip away at a younger age. I wish that I would have focused more on, instead of women, my own potential. But it's never too late, and that's just the reality of life. But I had to learn that, I was so caught up thinking I always had to have a woman on my arm. But now I recognize, I never needed a woman. I loved a woman, but I never needed her. And that's the difference, because I am independent. And, I'm going to continue to do what I do. And like I said, eventually, I already know, I'm going to fall back into, that type of situation. But right now, I'm very happy and content living my life the way I am. Grateful to have family and friends around me that support me at this time, that talk to me and tell me the real, And like I said, that's helping me, get through a very trying time in my life. And I'm grateful for it. I'm very happy.
No sense in lying to you about nothing.
Yeah.
What's
So
the sense?
appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all.
One thing is like what I would tell my younger self, for real, like because I always was a worker. I even lied to get a job at the age of 13. But I would tell my younger self, get more into stock. Um, actually, you don't need a degree to be successful. And I would have worked a little more harder with saving money and learning financial.
Yeah, they didn't teach us that. They didn't teach
No,
us that
they
stuff.
didn't.
All of the stuff they taught us was school was stuff that we don't even use.
Yes. Yeah. But the
They just had
reality
us
is,
going
I
through it.
felt like they had it set up to be structured, to be in, like you said,
It was baby
to
jail.
fail.
It was baby jail.
Yes,
They started us in jail from school, and that was it.
To
Because you had to
prepare us.
ask, you had to get permission.
You know,
Yeah, right. It was you were programmed
it was
from a young
cash.
age.
I always
And
felt
then
that
now as
way.
an adult, you realize
Because the things we needed taught, they didn't
not they was
we
going
had
to
to
teach us
learn
that.
on our own.
And some people still don't know that.
Mhm.
Like they don't teach them cursing, how to sign your name. They
Don't
don't teach
teach
about
them
banking. They don't teach them
credit. Everybody know how important credit is. So,
But don't let them tell you the lies about credit because you get your credit together by yourself. You don't need these companies that
paying
you
all
pick
this
up that
money.
money. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's life. It's
So-
just stuff. We go through the same thing everybody else
go
go through.
Like we human. We human
We
beings.
just people first.
Mhm.
We
People.
cry. We
women.
cry like other people.
We
We happy like other people.
we hurt like them
Like,
too. Everybody hurts.
We put our pants on one leg at a time. Like
Except when
everybody
you wear a
else.
dress. When you wear a dress.
Except when you wear a dress. I don't know about that part, y'all.
Oh.
Because, last time I put on a dress, so that was years ago. That was like 15, 16.
Junior high,
16
I
ago.
remember
Sorry.
that's the last
Last
time.
time
Last
I
time
put
I
a
was
dress on.
Yeah, junior
That
high.
wasn't even my skirt. That's
See, why
crazy.
you say that?
Like, I don't wear dresses. I don't wear dresses. Just like to be casual.
Oh, my. All right, so we're going to close it out, y'all. If y'all rocking with us, lesbianpolishapp.com. We got the podcast, we got the dating app, so many other things is coming. I'm D. This has been the Lesbian Goat Podcast. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.
definitely gonna talk about the subject,
Mhm.
and get deep into it. We just want to give y'all a feeling talking to a subject. Get deep into it.
This right here, 50 something years of experience, baby.
60.
All in one.
60 something.
All right, so let's just be, like I said, real about it. We got a lot. We got a lot that we can share. We're willing to do that. Be weak right now. Try to make it happen. Discuss with y'all. Let y'all know what it is. It's reference to the Lesbian Goat Podcast and what's going on in our community. Sorry, y'all. And we just want to share what we know and hopefully help somebody that, might need a little guidance, might need a little, understanding, might not understand. We might be able to drop knowledge where y'all understand and appreciate what we offering. Like I said, it's just us telling, enjoying each other the vibe, as you see what it is. And we appreciate y'all. Those who are listening. Look, once again, we're going to see y'all next week. Y'all take it easy and have a good time. And be breezy. Be breezy.
I said, be breezy. Be breezy. Let's be right.